name is Amita, and in this video I am going to discuss about one more topic of in power electronics, that is a chopper. My dear friends, chopper is nothing but it is a kind of power electronics converter which converts a magnitude of an DC voltage. As you know that if we want to change the magnitude of an AC voltage, then we can have one important electrical machine, that is a transformer, and the power electronics option is also available to change the magnitude of an AC voltage, that is a AC voltage controller. But if our requirement is to change the magnitude of a DC voltage, then our dependency is on chopper, since the chopper do the same role as the transformer performs in case of AC. That's why the chopper is also called as a DC equivalent of a transformer. Now directly I am sharing my screen where I will brief you the details regarding chopper. So chopper, the very first point about it is a power electronics converter by which we can convert the magnitude of DC voltage. Means in case of chopper, the input is DC and there is a chopper, and output is also DC but with the desired magnitude. It is the DC equivalent of transformer. Why? Because it performs the same task as the transformer performs for a AC. Now let us talk about the types of chopper. There are many ways by which we can classify the chopper. One is based on the output voltage. So based on the magnitude of output voltage, so one is the based on the output voltage magnitude. Accordingly, the choppers can be classified in two ways. One is the step up chopper and second one is step down chopper. As the name indicates, in case of a step up chopper, the output voltage is greater than the input voltage. In case of step down chopper, the output voltage will be less than the input voltage, where V0, V0 is the output voltage and Vs is the input voltage. Please mind it, both are the DC type. So you can say that the step up chopper is a chopper whose output voltage is greater than the input voltage, whereas step down chopper is a chopper whose output voltage is less than the input voltage. Now second classification is based on quadrant operation. Based on quadrant operation. Now what do you understand by quadrant operation? Like we know there are four quadrants. So if at x-axis if I take load current I0 and y-axis if I take V0, then there are four quadrants. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. We know in first quadrant load voltage is positive and load current is positive and the load power is positive, because what is power? Power is a multiplication of voltage and current. So if voltage is positive, current is positive, then of course the multiplication of a two positive quantity will be in positive. V0 in second quadrant, V0 is positive, I0 is negative and power will also negative, because the multiplication of one positive quantity and one negative quantity will give a negative quantity. Third quadrant mein V0 is negative, I0 is negative and P0 is positive, because the multiplication of two negative quantities will give the positive quantity. Whereas if I talk about fourth quadrant, V0 is negative, I0 is positive and P0 is also negative. ठीक. So depending on the requirement of a load, whether we want the first quadrant operation or a second quadrant operation or a third or fourth quadrant operation, there are various type of choppers. Number one is type A chopper, then number two is type B chopper, the third one is type C chopper, fourth one is type D chopper, and the last one is type E chopper. This classification is based on the quadrant operation. Type A chopper, basically it operates in first quadrant. First quadrant means it will have the positive load voltage, positive out load current, and the positive power. Type B chopper, basically it is the chopper which operates in second quadrant. Second quadrant. So second quadrant matlab, second quadrant means load voltage positive, load current negative, and power is negative. Now, if I talk about type C chopper, basically it operates in first and second quadrant. So type C chopper is basically it is a two quadrant chopper and it operates in first and second quadrant. When I talk about type D chopper, if I talk about type D chopper, it is also a two quadrant chopper and it operates in first and fourth quadrant. First and fourth quadrant. If I talk about type E chopper is a chopper which operates in all four quadrants. So type E chopper, it is a four quadrant chopper and it operates in first, second, third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so depending on the quadrant operation, that what magnitude of what polarity of a load voltage and load current we are getting, based on that the chopper are classified on the quadrant operation.